Good afternoon, Royal Telly viewers. I'm Chloe, your host for today's intriguing discussion. Today, we delve into a topic that has been stirring the pot in recent times. The future king's reported plans and the implications these could have on the very foundation of the monarchy. Intrigued yet? Well, fasten your seatbelts and prepare for an insightful journey. Let's dive in. So, the rumor has it that the future king plans to strip Prince Harry and his children of their titles. A statement that has sent shockwaves throughout the world, igniting conversations on legacy, optics, and the very foundation of the monarchy. This report is not a mere whisper in the wind. It has been brought to the forefront by reputable journalists like Tom Sykes. According to these claims, when the current heir ascends to the throne, he allegedly intends to deprive Prince Harry and, more significantly, his children, Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet, of their titles. The reverberations of this news, especially within the pro-Sussex community, have been profound. It has stirred an uncomfortable dialogue about the optics of this decision and its potential legacy. The underlying narrative here is impossible to disregard. Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet are the first modern blood-born members of the royal family of mixed race. The future king, it's been reported, has yet to meet his niece, Princess Lilibet, a glaring absence that has not gone unnoticed. This relationship, or lack thereof, with the royal family's first mixed-race family members has been a source of international intrigue for years. So, the supposed intention of the future king to single out Prince Harry and his children for a public stripping of titles under the guise of slimming down the monarchy or disciplining an adult sibling carries a troubling implication. It suggests a move to punish or exclude the first mixed-race blood-born royals. This is where we must pause, take a step back, and consider the potential consequences of such a decision. The political backlash is real, and the optics on a global scale could be damning. Stripping the Duke of Sussex of his title isn't a straightforward royal decree. It requires an act of parliament, an act that could trigger a broader discussion. Why not abolish the monarchy altogether? Furthermore, the global public's perception of such an act could irreparably damage the monarchy's reputation. A king who appears to act out of spite and political short-sightedness risks being labeled as a symbol of institutional racism. Such a decision, if true, will carry far-reaching implications. A statement that becomes chillingly real when we consider the potential fallout. The power of the monarchy in the 21st century lies in its popularity and political neutrality, not in a vindictive right to abolish a birthright. The political implications of this decision are far from negligible. In fact, they're as monumental as the castles that house the royals themselves. You see, stripping a Duke of Sussex of his title isn't as simple as one might think. It's not an executive decision that can be made over a cup of tea in the morning. The Dukedom of Sussex is a peerage, and to remove it requires an act of parliament. Yes, you heard that right, an act of parliament. Now, the precedent for stripping titles is almost as rare as a blue moon. The Titles Deprivation Act of 1917 was the last time we saw something like this, and that was aimed at World War I enemies, not members of the royal family. So, if Parliament were forced to debate removing a title that was given as a birthright, well, this opens up a whole new can of worms. This would inevitably lead to discussions that question the very existence of the monarchy itself. Can you imagine the headlines? And this is where it gets even more interesting. The political backlash could be enormous. There's a palpable lack of appetite in Parliament for such a move. And let's not forget the public. The British public and indeed the global community are watching closely. This act, seen by many as a fit of blind rage and political short-sightedness, could have far-reaching implications. The optics of the situation are undeniable. The future king, in attempting to punish or exclude the first mixed-race blood-born royals, could be seen by people of color across the globe and indeed by many British people as reinforcing a reputation for institutional racism. This is not a situation the monarchy can afford to be in. Remember, the power of the monarchy in the 21st century rests on its popularity and political neutrality, not on the ability to abolish a birthright out of spite. The political backlash could be severe, potentially even questioning the existence of the monarchy itself. In the grand scheme of things, the stakes are much higher than a simple title. It's about legacy, it's about the future, and it's about the very fabric of the monarchy itself. Now, let's consider the global public's perspective. A decision to strip Prince Harry and his children of their titles would not only be seen as an act of family discord, but could also be interpreted as an act of institutional racism. This is due to the fact that Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet are the first modern blood-born members of the royal family of mixed race. Such a move would undoubtedly lead to an international outcry, with people of color across the globe and indeed many British people viewing it as a symbol of entrenched racism within the monarchy. The global public opinion is a powerful force, and it has the potential to significantly impact the monarchy's reputation. It's not just about the optics, it's about the message it sends to the world. A monarchy that prides itself on tradition, stability, and fairness would be seen as acting out of spite and prejudice. The repercussions could be far-reaching, affecting the monarchy standing on the global stage and potentially causing irrevocable damage to its image. In the age of social media and instant news, such a decision could quickly become a global controversy. The backlash from the public could be swift and severe, leading to calls for reforms or even the abolition of the monarchy. It's important to remember that the power of the monarchy in the 21st century is not absolute. It rests on its popularity and political neutrality. Any move that is seen as unjust or discriminatory could shake the very foundations of this institution. In conclusion, the future king and the monarchy need to carefully consider the potential global backlash that could result from such a decision. It's not just about family politics. It's about the monarchy's reputation and standing in the world. A decision that is seen as punitive and discriminatory could lead to a global outcry and potentially cause irreversible damage to the monarchy's image. The future king and the monarchy could face irreparable damage to their reputation. In conclusion, the implications of the future king's reported plans are far-reaching. The idea of stripping Prince Harry and his children of their titles has stirred a maelstrom of controversy and debate, not just within the pro-Sussex community, but across the world. The heart of the matter is the potential political backlash. The monarchy may be ancient, but it doesn't operate in a vacuum. The Dukedom of Sussex is a peerage, and any attempt to strip Prince Harry of his title would require an act of Parliament. This isn't a simple executive decision. It's a political hot potato that no one is eager to handle. The precedent for stripping titles is virtually non-existent outside the Titles Deprivation Act of 1917. The implications of such an act now could potentially ignite a movement to abolish the monarchy entirely. Then there's the global public opinion to consider. The world is watching, and the optics of this situation are far from favorable. Prince Harry, Prince Archie, and Princess Lilibet are the first modern blood-born royals of mixed race, and their treatment by the family has been under international scrutiny. Any perceived attempt to punish or exclude them could cement a reputation for institutional racism, with disastrous consequences for the monarchy's standing worldwide. The future king's reported plans may be rooted in a desire to slim down the monarchy. But the potential fallout could be far more expansive, impacting the very foundation of the monarchy's power and popularity. The 21st century monarchy relies not on the right to abolish a birthright, but on its popularity and political neutrality. Any actions that jeopardize these pillars could have far-reaching consequences. In the final analysis, the monarchy's power in the 21st century rests more on its popularity and political neutrality than on its right to abolish a birthright. Thank you all for joining this discussion. It's crucial that we continue to engage in these conversations that push us to question, to think, and to reflect. The story of the Sussexes, their trials, and their triumphs reminds us of the importance of understanding and empathy in our global society. It's a story that continues to unfold, and we're all here to witness its chapters. Now, I invite each one of you to share your thoughts. The comment section is open for you to voice your opinions, your concerns, and your hopes. Dialogue is what fuels our understanding, and your input is a critical part of that. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to hit the like button. It helps us know that we're on the right track and that our content is resonating with you. If you haven't done so already, I encourage you to subscribe to Royal Telly. We consistently bring you content that delves into the narratives that shape our world, and subscribing ensures you won't miss a beat. Remember, this is a community. It's a place for discussion, for debate, and for discovery. We're all here to learn from each other and to grow together. So let's keep the conversation going. Thank you for being with us on Royal Telly. I'm Chloe, and until next time, keep the conversation going.